Hello everyone. The simplest member of aromatic series of organic compounds is hydrocarbon benzene, and its properties may be regarded as typical aromatic compounds. Since properties of a compound depend on its structure, it is necessary to first study the structure of benzene. Now, first point, molecular formula. Aromatic hydrocarbons have general molecular formula CnH2n-6, where N is always greater than or equal to 6. Benzene is the first member of this group of compounds called as benzenoids. So it becomes essential to have some glimpse of important aspect of its structure. The elementary analysis and molecular weight determination gives molecular formula of benzene as C6H6. This is one of the supporting aspect. Second, unsaturated nature of benzene. Now, alkanes containing 6 carbon atoms has molecular formula as C6H14. It suggests in benzene there is unsaturation as its molecular formula is C6H6. Now this hypothesis is supported by certain evidences. First evidence is benzene undergoes reaction, that is addition of chlorine in presence of sunlight to give benzene hexachloride. Second, benzene undergo ozonolysis reaction to give benzene triozonide. Benzene in presence of nickel catalyst undergoes reduction to give cyclohexane, a cyclic compound. Now all these reactions suggest that benzene might contain 3 double bonds or it might contain 1 triple bond and 1 double bond. Now we have to investigate this. Next point, that is saturated nature of benzene. Benzene does not gives decolorization reaction with KMnO4, potassium permanganate. It does not decolorize bromine water, and there is no addition of halogen acids. So these are certain characteristic reactions of unsaturated. These are not the characteristic reactions of unsaturated compounds. That means even if there is unsaturation, benzene shows certain properties of saturated compound. Now whether the structure of benzene is open chain or a cyclic structure. Now that is evident from this. Benzene undergoes nitration reaction to give nitrobenzene. Only monosubstituted benzene compound is formed. On the other hand, alkane containing 6 carbon atoms, if it undergoes nitration reaction, it gives 3 different compounds. That means benzene is not a open chain structure, but it is a closed chain structure. Cyclic structure of benzene. Again, this is again one evidence to the point third. Benzene undergoes reduction in presence of nickel catalyst. It gives cyclohexane. That means benzene is a cyclic structure. Special status. Benzene is unsaturated compound containing double bonds but behaves like saturated compound. That is evident from various reactions just we have seen. That is action of KMnO4, action of bromine water. Okay. Now, in 1865, Kekule, when he discovered all these reactions, he is the first researcher who gave first structure of benzene. He suggests that benzene is a cyclic structure, a cyclic hexagon, and every carbon atom is placed in the corner of regular hexagon containing 1 hydrogen each. Now, In this structure, he has not mentioned about the fourth valency of carbon. Now, to explain the fourth valency of carbon, he has given the first formula of benzene, that is, this is Kekulé's formula. And after that, various researchers, they come up with different formulas to explain the fourth valency of carbon, and they come up with various different structures. One of them is Claus. He has given Claus diagonal formula. Then there is a Dewar formula, Armstrong-Bayer formula, and Lydenberg-Prism formula. There might be many, but I have taken some few examples which also suggest. Now, after this, there are so many drawbacks in all these structures of benzene, and one by one, all these structures put forth by various researchers, they are abandoned or they are discarded. First, the Claus and Dewar formula. This formula was discarded on the ground that no para linkages were apparently present in benzene. Second, the Claus and Armstrong formula. That means Claus formula is discarded due to two reasons. Claus and Armstrong formula was discarded on the basis that benzene does not react with hexavalent atoms like sulfur, and Lydenberg formula was discarded as it does not contain any double bond. That means only Kekulé's formula was accepted, but it is not so. Kekulé's formula is not accepted as such. There are certain objections to that. Now, the objections which were raised for Kekulé's structure was, first objection is isomer number, and Kekulé has given explanation to that objection. That let's see what is that objection first. According to Kekulé's structure, this was the 1,2 disubstituted compound. Now, this this structure, this disubstituted benzene can be drawn like this also, which is 1,6 disubstituted compound. Now, it is believed that these two are different and these two are isomers of each other, and Kekulé has not explained this isomer property present in benzene. Now, to answer this, Kekulé has come up with a concept. He explained that the first structure of benzene and the second structure of benzene, they are not different, but they are the same, because in the structure of benzene, the double bonds, they are not static, but they keep on changing their positions. This was the explanation given by Kekulé, which was later on supported by ozonolysis reaction of benzene. Okay, now this orthoxylene to ozonolysis, it gives mixture of glyoxal, monomethyl glyoxal and dimethyl glyoxal in the proportion of 3:2:1, and this is evident from this reaction that we will get these products in this proportion only when this benzene has structure 1 as well as structure 2, because if we draw only one structure, all these products, they are not possible. So this suggests that Kekulé was right. He was correct. The double bonds present in benzene, they are not static, but they keep on changing their positions. Next, that is heat of hydrogenation. If alkene, it undergoes hydrogenation reaction, then we know 28.6 kilocalories is the amount of energy which is required. Okay. Now, same is true if cyclohexene undergoes this hydrogenation. It also requires 28, or it also heat of hydrogenation is 28.6 kilocalories for cyclohexene. If there are two double bonds present in this cyclohexane, that is cyclohexa-1,3-diene, then the calculated energy will be 57.2 kilocalories and observed value is 55.4 4 kilocalories. In case of cyclohexatriene, if we calculate the amount of energy, it will be 85.8 kilocalories per mole, but the observed value is 49.8 kilocalories per mole. Now this difference is nothing but the resonance energy associated with benzene, or this suggests that 85.8 minus 49.8 equal to 36 kilocalories per mole is the amount of energy by which benzene is more stable than cyclohexatriene. Now, this was initial. After this, valence bond theory or resonance theory, it was put forth, which also supports the explanation given by Kekulé, that structure of benzene is not first, neither structure of benzene is the second one, but exact structure of benzene is hybrid of these two structures. In other words, the true structure of benzene is a resonance hybrid of these two structures. It has 36 kilocalories per mole of energy, less than either of the contributing structures. This represents the resonance energy of the molecule. Now, resonance hybrid structure of benzene explain all properties of benzene. First, isomer number. Since all the carbon bonds in benzene are equivalent, there cannot be distinction between any two ortho disubstituted compounds. Hence, only 3 disubstituted products, that is ortho, meta and para, are possible. Second, that is bond length. According to resonance hybrid structure, benzene contains no true carbon-carbon double bond or single bond. In other words, all the carbon bonds in benzene are equivalent and are intermediate between single and double bonds. Third, unusual stability. The unusual stability of benzene is due to high resonance energy, that is 36 kilocalories per mole. In general, a resonance hybrid is always more stable than any contributing structure. Fourth, reactions of benzene. Now, benzene undergoes substitution reaction than addition reaction. This is due to the fact that in former, that is in substitution reaction, resonance stabilized benzene ring is retained, while the addition reaction lead to destruction of benzene system. Example, addition of one molecule of hydrogen in benzene can destroy benzene ring and form cyclohexadiene, which is less stable than benzene. Now, to support this, there is one more theory, that is molecular orbital theory. Now, in this theory, it explains, this is regarding this molecular orbital theory provides the fullest description of benzene ring, and this entire description is based on spectroscopic and X-ray analysis, according to which it says that the bond angle between carbon-carbon hydrogen in benzene is 120 degrees. That means every carbon atom in benzene undergoes sp2 hybridization. Now, the ground state electronic configuration of carbon is 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. That means during hybridization, one of the electron from 2s orbital is shifted to or migrated to 2pz orbital, and one s orbit and two 2p orbitals, they participate in hybridization to give 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, and this 2pz orbital, it remains unhybridized. It does not take part in hybridization. like this. Okay, now these red colored, they are sp2 hybrid orbitals, and this is the p orbital, which is perpendicular to the plane formed by these three sp2 hybrid orbitals. Okay, now this can be better shown by this image, where this is p orbital. The three sp2 orbitals, they are on one plane. Okay, and this p orbital is perpendicular to that plane. Okay, now such p orbitals, they are present on all the carbon atoms present in benzene. The two sp2 orbitals, they are overlapped with neighboring carbon atoms to form sigma bond. The third sp2 orbital is overlapping with s orbital of hydrogen. Okay, and this p orbital, it remains at in a perpendicular plane like this. So all the carbon atoms, they form sigma bond with the neighboring carbon atoms by overlapping sp2 hybrid orbitals, and this is the unhybridized p orbital present on every carbon atom. And remember, the all carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms, they are present on one plane, and this p orbital or all the p orbitals, they are perpendicular to that plane. Now, as per the Kekulé structure, this is the first Kekulé structure which we have drawn. Okay, now if these p orbitals, they are present on all the carbon atoms, they can laterally overlap as they are unhybridized. Okay, so they can form a pi bond. Now if we draw this first Kekulé structure, this is how the overlapping will take place in benzene. And if we draw the another Kekulé structure of benzene, this is the lateral overlapping observed in the p orbitals of all the carbon atoms present in benzene. That means both the Kekulé structures, they are possible by lateral overlapping of unhybridized pz orbitals. This is the top view. I'm just trying to explain how this exact benzene molecule is formed. Okay, now this red circle, it is nothing but a carbon. Okay, now this is the sp2 hybridized orbitals. They are overlapping with sp2 hybridized orbitals of the neighboring carbon. One sp2 hybridized orbital overlaps with one s orbit of hydrogen, and this is the lateral overlapping. This is first pi bond, this is second pi bond, and this is third pi bond. Okay, sorry, these red circles are nothing but the perpendicular pz orbitals. So this explains you the exact nature of benzene structure, how it forms. And most importantly, if we try to understand the exact nature, then this is the structure. All the carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms, they are present on one plane, and pi electrons, they are present above this plane and below this plane. In simple words, it can be explained, or this structure can be explained as such as the carbon skeleton is sandwiched between the pi electron cloud above and below. Okay, that is called as sandwich. Okay, now certain evidences of orbital structure. Now this orbital structure explains that this benzene structure is a flat ring structure. Since carbon atoms of benzene ring, they are in sp2 hybridized state, each carbon and hydrogen bond is 120, hence the resulting molecule will be flat. Second, bond length. The benzene molecule carbon-carbon bond length is 1.39 angstrom and carbon-hydrogen bond length is 1.09 angstrom. Isomer number. According to molecular orbital theory, all the carbon atoms of benzene are completely equivalent. Hydrogen atoms attached to these, they are also equivalent. Hence, benzene should form only mono-substituted and 3 di-substituted products. Next is unusual stability. This is due to delocalization of electrons. Due to delocalization of electrons, the term resonance energy is sometimes replaced by delocalization energy. And the last one, electrophilic substitution. Benzene ring is surrounded by pi electron cloud above and below, just now we have seen. It is readily attacked by electron seeking reagents, that is electron deficient reagents, that is electrophiles. Due to presence of delocalized pi electrons, okay, which are loosely held than the sigma electrons, okay, and they are readily available to any electrophile, okay, substitution reaction lead to resonance stabilized derivative. Electrophilic substitution reactions are main and important reactions of benzene. This is the reason. It never shows addition reaction, but it always shows substitution reaction. Last point which we have to remember, that is, this is how the resonance hybrid structure of benzene can be drawn. Okay, and these are the certain values which we have to remember regarding carbon-carbon bond length, carbon-hydrogen bond length, and carbon-carbon and hydrogen bond angle. That's all about structure of benzene.